Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
You are listening to the Brilliance Business Show, conversations with leading experts in business. And today I have a wonderful guest, Sadhana Sabharwal. Sadhana is a real estate investor, and our topic today is single mom millionaire. What an interesting topic. Sadhana, I'm really looking forward to a conversation with you today.
Thank you, Mark. I am very excited to be here. I am so glad we met, and hopefully I can impart something that will inspire even one person today. I would feel like I've done my job.
I'm really looking forward to hearing your story and learning more about how to invest in real estate with no money down. Before I get started, I just need to make a legal disclaimer that Sadhana is not offering legal advice or legal assistance. So let's get started with the show. Sadhana, can you share with our listeners a little bit about yourself and your business?
Sure. Thank you. Well, as you said, my name is Sadhana Sabharwal. I've been on my own for about 20 years now. I've been a single mom. And as a single mom, I've been able to buy a lot of real estate with no money down. I never thought that my story would bring me where I am today. Because when I was going through my life was all about raising my children and making sure I'm able to pay for their school. That was my only goal. And I've done that because of real estate. But then it's like, it's gotten into a bigger purpose now.
That's really refreshing to hear, Sadhana, because there are a lot of single parents out there who may be struggling as well. So this just goes to show that with hard work and determination, which I'm sure you have plenty of because you have achieved great things, Sadhana, there's still hope at the end of the tunnel. And to do this without putting money down, I want to learn more about that later, because a lot of people may just assume to get into real estate you need plenty of money to get started. So I'm really interested to hear more about that. Who are your customers, Sadhana? Who do you look after on a daily basis?
Well, my customers, as I've gotten into this online course, which is what I'm doing, I've created an online course for no money down investing in real estate. So my customers range from all sorts of age. They're not age specific. All they want to need to have is the desire to have second income or make their life better by investing in real estate.
That's absolutely incredible, Sadhana. And tell us a little bit more about how people who are interested in real estate can get started with no money down. I'm interested myself to learn about this.
Well, there are so many ways to learn to invest in no money down deals. So one of the things that I always talk about is relationships. So when you're building relationships, those are where some of the partnerships come from, whether it's a money partnership, whether it's a deal partnership, somebody brings you a deal. All of that comes together because you had a relationship with someone. Even if it's a realtor and you make a phone call and you are just talking to that person consistently, maybe even every month, just to touch base, those are all relationship building things. So now that person could bring you a deal. You could find another person who you could partner up with. Maybe that person can bring the down payment and you guys can qualify for a mortgage. Maybe that person has the skills and somebody else could bring in the money and the mortgage and the financing. So there are so many different ways. The way I like to do it is that you just have to have that box of thinking. Just do not put yourself in that box. Think outside of that box, because anything and everything is doable when you set your mind to it. I did not have any money when I started in real estate. Like I said, for me, it was the most important thing that I raise my children and I pay for their education. I am not a university graduate. I've just done 2 years of college. That's it. But I believed I could do it. But because my goal was so big that that's what I wanted, I felt building relationships was the start of my real estate career. And I teach that is the most important thing in any business, but real estate just the same.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm in business through my agency and through my publishing platform. Everything starts with building great relationships. Without relationships, you are going to struggle to build a successful business. So you are absolutely spot on there, Sadhana. Also, what I am taking away from that as well is mindset. You have to have that big desire, big goal, but then you have to have the mindset and take big action and building those relationships. Great point, Sadhana. I would like to know, Sadhana, do you recall a specific aha moment that led to the launch of your business?
You know what? When I started real estate investing, my only goal was to put my kids through university so they don't have this huge debt. I've accomplished that. And I mean, at my highest point, I had 18 properties that I had bought with no money down. Up until now, I've bought and sold almost 35 properties with no money, most of them with no money or very little money of my own. So once the kids are grown up, I have 3 boys. 2 of them are in medical and my youngest one is in management. So I have paid for all of that and they're done. They don't need me anymore. So when I look at my real estate investing career now, I'm thinking I have so much knowledge and a lot of people come and ask me, oh my God, how did you do it? So I figured, why not do something to help everybody now and give back? So this is why I created my course called the No Money Down Academy. And it is just, I've poured all my heart and soul into it. Everything that I have learned, I have put into it. And it's a very easy to follow. It's got action steps after every module. The module explains everything. And it's just like, it's very easy. Like do A, do B, do C. And you'll get to D.
Definitely, or even Z.
Yes.
Sadhana, it's great that you're putting your skills and knowledge and really going to a place of service to help and inspire others, especially those that are really interested in investing in real estate. And people like yourself who may be single parents looking for that extra goal to reach. So I'm really happy to hear that you're starting this course and it's coming from a place of service to help others. I want to know, Sadhana, what really motivates you to jump out of bed every single morning?
Oh, God. I think, like I said, for me, it used to be the kids. Now I am just excited to live my life because I get to be of service to others. I get to be of service to the universe, the planet. I mean, we all have a purpose in coming to this life. God didn't just put us on earth for no reason. There is a purpose, and I feel like I found my purpose in imparting my knowledge on real estate, and eventually I want to do retreats, spirituality, masterminds, and events and stuff. But right now, I want people to grow where they are financially. So it's going to start with the real estate course. And then, as I said, I am a very spiritual person. So for me, it's important that I'm serving at the same time.
So it's very exciting times for Sadhana. And what great reasons to get out of bed every single morning. What sets your business apart, and what unique needs are you filling for your clients and customers?
See, in my course, I'm not just providing strategies and tips. I'm also incorporating a lot of the mindset and personal development work, because I feel without the mindset, you're not going to get there. And I'm sure you've heard the old adage where they say 90% is mindset and only 10% is the skill set. Yes. So I come from the same place. So in the last 10 years, I have grown exponentially. I remember on a podcast I was asked, and I said, would I trade me today for the me I was even 10 years ago? And my answer is absolutely no, because I have grown as a person. I did not just become a single mom millionaire overnight. There was a lot of inner work involved. Like, sometimes people will say, do you hate your ex? And I'm like, no, he gave me the experience that I came to seek on this earth. Why would I hate him?
I absolutely love that, Sadhana. Would you trade yourself with yourself from 10 years ago? And I have to say as well, Sadhana, my answer would be definitely no. Hours and hours of education, training, mindset, personal development, investing lots of money, lots of failure. But that is what gets you to success. I really resonated with that, Sadhana, and I think it's a great question for our listeners to ask themselves. Why is your service especially important in today's modern world?
I feel because right now, as the world is changing, I don't even think we'll know the world as it was. It's going through a shift. The whole society, the whole universe, the whole mankind is going through some kind of an awareness, we'll say. So I just feel that if I can help, and if everybody out there can be more creative in their thinking and what they do in their everyday life, we can beat this. We can really be, what I'm trying to say is it begins in your mind. It begins in how you think, what you believe about yourself. So therefore, whatever the world around you is, it doesn't matter, because it all starts with you. What do you believe? Do you believe you can do something? Do you believe you can be successful? Do you believe you can be a great real estate investor? Do you believe you can be a spiritual person and have lots of money? Do you believe you can do whatever you set your mind to? So it all starts with you.
I hear you and I agree totally. Everything starts with your thoughts, then with making better choices, taking action, repetition. You can create a future reality that you desire. Sadhana, can you share more detail on the kind of services and products you offer?
Okay. Well, right now, as I said, I have created an online course called the No Money Down Academy. And as a matter of fact, everybody who is listening can download a guide which tells you 10 ways to buy property with no money down. It's just basically go to www.thenommoneydownacademy.com/guide. So that's my first thing. Apart from that, I will be offering coaching services where we will cover mindset and business practices as well. And then I want to do masterminds with people who are of the same mindset, let's call it again. And then eventually my goal is to do transformational retreats, because as I said, it all starts with you. It's not about real estate. It's not about business. It's about you. Are you comfortable in your skin?
I agree, and I can see big things for you, Sadhana. You're really building some great new things, and you even are striving for yourself, continuing to grow, continuing to build, and that makes you leading by example, which makes you a great leader. Now, I know you have all sorts of client success stories. What is one that stands out in your mind?
If I can only do one, let me see. Okay, well, I had a client, actually one of my very first coaching clients. Her mom was elderly and she had to make a decision whether to sell that house and buy something smaller. And then once we spoke, or after we went through the program, she decided to finish her mom's basement, create it into an apartment that gave extra income so her mom could stay in her house. That one touched my heart, because now you have this elderly person, the mom, who did not have to leave her house because her expenses were too high. I've had other people where they've gone through my program and they've become bird dogs or wholesalers. So what that means is they find a deal and then they wholesale it to somebody for a fee.
I just love a great success story, and the first one you shared was very heartwarming. How do clients typically hear about you, and are there certain life moments that usually lead to them seeking you out?
Well, I have created my brand for singlemommillionaire.com. Only because it's so catchy, and I know my name is a little bit off to remember. So I think there's a lot of single moms, and I know when I was doing this, it was like, you look for stuff like, okay, how to make extra money, how to buy real estate, or how to have another stream of income. I think when you become divorced, or when a second person or a second income leaves the household, you need to figure out how to make some more money. And I was no different. That's what I did. I started off in my career. I was still having a job at the time, but at the same time, I could see my boys, and I was always wondering, how am I going to raise these children? How am I going to pay for their education? And that led me to real estate investing. So for me, I would think when you're on your own, even if you're on your own, it's not the end of you. And like I said, as long as you can believe you can do it, you can do it. And that's what happened to me. I had a big why. My 3 boys were my why. And therefore, I had no option but to become something, become more, do more with my life. And that's where my whole career began. And now after the kids are gone, or I'm an empty nester, I have all the time in the world. And now I'm looking to serve back. And one of my passions is traveling. And this is why I would incorporate the spirituality and the travel component into the retreats.
Sadhana, I have really enjoyed having a conversation with you today, and what I'm taking from that, which is really powerful, having a big why, believing in yourself that you can do it, having that mindset, taking action. And that all starts with having a great mentor, which Sadhana is definitely a great mentor that can support you to get to your end destination. My last question today, Sadhana, what is the best way for our listeners to connect with you?
Well, I have guide for the people, as I already said, and I also have a free training that's happening on November 26th Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock. They can also go to www.thenomoneydownacademy.com. But for the guide, it's /guide. But they can look me up on there. So, because I know there's a time difference and that may not be conducive to your time zone, but there is a lot of information there as well. At least they can get the guide. And then after that, they could get in touch with me because there's contact information there, which I believe is singlemommillionaireofficial@gmail.com.
Brilliant. And I will make sure those links are attached to the radio interview. So they're really, really easy for people to access. Sadhana, I really appreciate your time today. I've enjoyed learning about your story. It's really inspiring. I've enjoyed learning about how you have made a success for yourself and now how you're helping others make a success for themselves using their mindset, believing in themselves and having the support of great mentorship from someone like you. Thank you for being on the Brilliance Business Show.
Thank you, Mark. I really enjoyed this conversation. I hope I have served your audience with something. If I can inspire you guys, please, one thing I'm going to say, believe in yourself.
What a lovely way to end the show. And I definitely have enjoyed this conversation. So much value. You have been listening to the Brilliance Business Show. Conversations with leading experts in business.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.